Embassy for his wonderful speech. Thank you very much, sir. In addition, we have several distinguished guests which I would like to introduce to you today. In no particular order, we have, on behalf of the British Aikikai, Mr. Joe Curran. Be there somewhere. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the Bushido Zazen International Society, Mr. Arnold Davies. As a direct student of Kenshiro Abbe Sensei, Mr. Dollimore. I would also like to just add to that Mr. Dollimore was one of the very first Aikido yudansha within the United Kingdom. So I think that's an important fact to remember. On behalf of the Teishinkai Aikido Society, part of the United Kingdom Aikikai, Mr. and Mrs. Keith Hayward. On behalf of the British Kendo Association and the Hizen Foundation, Mr. Jeff Humm. I'm not quite sure whether Mr. Humm has arrived as yet, but Mr. Humm will be presenting the Kendo demonstration later today. On behalf of the Abertillery Aikido Dojo, Mr. Nigel Jones. On behalf of the National Aikido Federation here in the United Kingdom, Mr. Michael Neary. And it is with some sad regret that Mr. Pierre Chassagne from the National Aikido Federation in France cannot be with us today. For those that don't know Mr. Chassagne, he is 86 years old, one of the first Frenchmen, in fact first Europeans, to practice Aikido with Tadashi Abbe Sensei in France when he was introduced into Europe in 1952. But he does send his regards and his support for the event, and he sends his apologies for not being able to be here today. On behalf of the British Judo Council, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Robin Otani. On behalf of the Judo Association of Holland, which also has an Aikido section within it, Mr. Schouten. Representing Sport England, Mr. Philip Donn. On behalf of the Dai Nippon Buto Kukai in Japan, Mr. Roger Payne. And it is indeed a pleasure to welcome Mr. Bill Stops, an aide to Matsutaro Otani in 1947. On behalf of the International Federation of the Seishin Kitaido, Mr. Ken Waite. Personal aide to Kenshiro Abbe, Mr. Bill Woods. Not that I wish to embarrass Mr. Woods, but I think it's also important for us to know that Mr. Woods was hugely influential in the development and the promotion of martial arts within the United Kingdom in the very early days, certainly within the 50s and onwards. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. As the British and European World Masters Champion, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Mrs. Jennie Earle. And last but not least, it's my pleasure to introduce to you today Mr. Ed Prosser from Marubeni Corporation in Japan. Actually, I offer my deepest apologies to Mr. Cottier. For some reason that it's not my list. Representing British Aikido Federation and the Hong Kong Aikikai, I offer both my apologies and my greatest appreciation to Mr. Ken Cottier. My apologies, sir.
To which he already stood out at that time. And no wonder. Born in 1915, he started Judo at the age of 3.
My apologies, sir.